Hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. This is our fourth stream today, right Pikachu? Yes, fourth today. Of course, one was split into two, which is why it's four, not three. Started off the day talking about Fallout 76. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. I have all my top 8++ concerns about Fallout 76. Including talking about some things that I hope are not going to be an issue. I also have my what do you call it? A couple of videos that I did with Call of Duty, World War II. Had a weird thing happen with the video about halfway through, so I ended the stream, started it up again, so there's sort of a part two, same idea, but anyway. But today, or this afternoon, we're playing BattleTech again. You know, we've kind of been doing this for a little bit, and I really want to kind of get in and show you guys how this is going to work, though this doesn't seem to be working at all right now. On how the campaign works. So, you know, I showed you a little bit about the campaign. I showed you a little bit about how to run your mercenary unit. Some tips there. I'll put the link below in this one. Where I am, it'd be below, or maybe even right over me. But anyway, there's going to be a link right here that's going to show you, that gives you some tips about how to run your mercenary unit, and then also talked about, you know, sort of like the history of BattleTech. And at the end of the video, there'll be a link to both of those videos. And this will be part of the BattleTech playlist, so you guys can always go back and play that, and it will have all the videos that I do that are BattleTech related. But today what I want to kind of do is, let's go through and do the campaign from the very beginning. And this way you can kind of see how the whole thing is going to lay out. So Paradox actually did this. They did a whole, you know, Paradox plays the campaign thing. So we're going to do Gizmo plays the campaign. In this particular case, I'm going to call myself Clifford, and we're going to go from that. Hopefully this is all going to work. But I've got my drink. Hopefully you've got one of your own. Cheers. Welcome to the stream. It's my Colorado Rockies cup. This one is from, God, when is this from? 2009. Yeah, so here we go. Colorado Rockies 2009. So yeah, that's an old cup. Anyway. Make sure this is actually working. You guys can actually hear the video, hear the sound. I think you can. Whoa, hold on. Stop that. Okay. Let's just check it and see. Make sure everything is working properly. Because you never know, right? Okay. No, I think that's a little too low. Alright, so I'm going to have to move this up a bit, and then we're going to have to bring the game back up. Okay.
Your actions gave us hope.
Okay.
That wrote in the eyes of history.
Oops, hold on.
Whether you believe it.
No, I want that to go down, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Whoa, hello. That's a little too far. Alright. Jeez. Okay. I have to play with this. There we go. That makes that looks a little better. All right, coolio. All right, so I think we should be set. Welcome to the Oregon Reach. Okay, so this is our first thing here. We can try to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to play. So here our story begins. All right, so great. So now we talk about our background. Where do we come from? Where are we going? So let's go ahead and make Gizmo. We'll just go ahead and do Gizmo. So let's do Federated Sons. I'm from the Fed Sons. So Federated Sons is one of the 5 great houses, or successor states to the Star League, as they're called. The Federated Sons is a constitutional monarchy. It's run by a guy named Hans Davion, who is the first prince of House Davion. All right, so we're going to be here. We're of noble birth. Okay, great. We have a battle mech. Battle mechs, of course, are those giant monstrosities that run the battlefield. They're like giant tanks that run around. What's called the Blackjack, which is a medium mech. We have Raju Mastiff Montgomery is our sort of our mentor. It's an uneventful life until something happens. So we have to pick what we're going to have. We were exiled, we struck out on our own, family went bankrupt, family died in an accident, or family was betrayed. Each of these has some benefit to you in terms of your skills. So if you're exiled, you get plus gunnery, plus tactics. If you struck out on your own, you get piloting and tactics. If your family went bankrupt, you get tactics and guts. If you died in an accident, you get piloting and guts. And if they were betrayed, you get gunnery and guts. I think they're not offering piloting and gunnery, which is kind of sad. But piloting and guts is pretty good. We'll go ahead and pick up piloting and guts. Okay, there we go. All right, so now, out on our own, after our 16th birthday, we fell into the life of a... What did we do for a while? Were we an Regan coalition soldier? Were we a frontier pirate? Were we a Solaris gladiator? Were we an Intersphere mercenary? Were we a frontier freelancer? Or were we a merchant guard? I think I'm liking Solaris gladiator. So Solaris is a system that's located in the Free Worlds League, where they do gladiatorial combat with battle mechs. So instead of the people fighting, the mechs fight. It's still dangerous, because if your mech gets disabled, someone gets a headshot, that kind of stuff, you can still die. So it's still kind of a blood sport. All right, we were a low-level champion, down on your luck, and one bad fight away from the gutter until Raju heard about you. He trekked all the way to Solaris and offered you passage back to the Regan Reach and a job in the House Orano Royal Guard. Fab. All right. So that's our background. Now, what do we look like? Let's see. What's our call sign? Let's be Gizmo. And first name is Gizmo, and last name is DeVoe. There we go. Awesome. My pronoun. I am a he. There we go. Okay, so now, what should I pick? Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Somebody who kind of, you know what? I think he looks the most like me, although he has a little bit too much hair. Let's see if I can customize him and change his hair up here a little bit. Hairstyle, there we go. Let's change the hairstyle. I'm not really keen on the nose here. Oh wow, tattoos. Tattoo one. I don't know, where's the tattoo? So that's a House Marek tattoo. The eagle. The butterfly. Okay, yes. I'd like to have the Mariposa. That's fabulous. That's awesome. I love it. Biohazard. That's cute. Nah. All right, that's fine. Okay. Scar 1. I don't need any scars. Makeup 4. Does that change? No, that doesn't really change anything. Okay. Hairstyle. Let's look at different hairstyles here. I don't want. I'm not quite bald. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That's kind of not too far off. So hairstyle 4 is a possibility. Hairstyle 6 looks like Captain Picard. No, it's a little too much. Okay, I think we're at hairstyle 4. There we go. Okay, eyebrows are fine. Facial hair looks good. Expression is fine. Complexion is fine. I was kind of hoping. It looks like he's wearing a nose ring, and I'm not really. I don't really want the nose ring. I changed my outfit though. Which one did I like best? Ooh, that one's kind of cool. Okay. Let's see. Lighting is fine. The camera's fine. Complexion is fine. I think we're good. That'll work. All right, so I've got a nose ring. All right, whatever. I don't have a nose ring, but hey, Gizmo DeVoe. Here we go. I'm a he. I'm Fry. Gunnery, piloting a 3, tactics a 2, guts a 3. That sounds about right. Okay, let's confirm. There we go. So now we're going to go through sort of the basics of piloting a mech, that kind of stuff. What we have here is that Lord Orano is dead. His daughter, Kamea, is now going to assume the throne, and we are going to help her. So his brother, Santiago Espinosa, or his brother-in-law, he wants a more authoritarian view of the Aurigan Reach. He thinks that the Aurigan Reach is getting weak, that it is starting to lose its luster and its glory, and so he's trying to push Kamea to be more authoritarian. She says, in essence, no. And now we're where we are. So, anyway. I'm hoping this is working right. All right. Coronation Day, 8:53 local time. I just got to make sure the sound from the game is coming across, because if it's not, then it's kind of pointless. So I want to make sure that I get that properly done. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's begin mission. Perfect. Okay. Excellent. Want to make sure the sound is working? It's working. Okay. So WASD, which are your standard movement keys in any first-person shooter, will move your camera forward, backward, left, and right. Okay. All right. He's just telling us he wants us to do some stuff. So I got to click on the MechWarrior's portrait to bring me up. Here I am. Yay. Okay. Then I got to move forward somewhere. I need to move to there. Move to there. And there we go. Oh, that's working much better. See, I was doing this on a trackpad. I've already finished the campaign and I'm already playing. Although, please, 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 Harebrained Schemes, open up the entire inner sphere. Make it so we can all play. Just anywhere we want to go. That's all I'm asking. Okay, because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Keep the missions the same. Keep that, I mean, who cares? All you have to do is just open it up and make it available for other factions. That's all I'm asking. All right, I will spend the 3 million sea bills it's going to take me to get to the Lyran Commonwealth or the Federated Suns. I'm fine doing that. Just, you got to work with me here, okay? All right. Okay, it's been too quiet. Okay. All right. So select a target. There we go. And I'm gonna so now I'm gonna select all of my weapons because I can. And it's telling me here it's only gonna generate a little bit of heat, so not a big deal. So let's blow this puppy apart. Oh my goodness. Messed him up. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Target dummy. Alright, I've been training Lady Urana since she was 14. She could be naive at times and proud, but I've no doubt she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Cordia City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria, well, she's been in training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me of you, of course. Alright, see the drone. Put some hurt on it. When it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. Okay. Okay, pick me, yes, please. There we go. Just want to target that puppy. Now, see here, the red is showing that that's the heat buildup I've already had. This orange is showing me that's how much more heat I'm going to generate by firing these weapons again. So if I were to take off like a couple of medium lasers here, then you can see it's not really going to generate all that much heat. So I tag it, do a pretty good job. I heard it. Fire at the target in the forest, which I'm doing. Okay, excellent. So now it's my now here's where you can actually turn on and off your weapons. So sometimes if a target is too far away, then you'll see that only a couple of weapons show up. For instance, just in this one, the AC2 shows up, which means the medium lasers are out of range for that one. And this one, all of them show up, so it means that I could shoot with everything. And in this case, I'm going to hit its rear armor and blow it up. My rear armor on my mech is right here. This is where it shows my rear armor. I've got 30 points in each location, and I got 45 in my center torso. This is my right torso, my left torso. Actually, I think it's other way. A left torso and right torso. And then this is my right torso and my left torso when you're facing. So you gotta kind of think about it that way. Your armor on your front is obviously going to be a lot stronger, a lot more of it. If you look here, I've got 70 points of armor in the front. I've got 45 in the back. On my left torso, I've got 50. I have 75 in the front, and I've got 30 in the back. I'm sorry, I got 90 in the front and the center torso. If you look right, you'll see S and A. The A is the armor, the S is the structure. So once all the armor and all the structure for a location are gone, that part is destroyed. If it happens to be your center torso or your chest, your mech is out of commission. If you lose both legs, your mech is out of commission. So your legs and arms do not have rear armor. They just have armor. Only your torso has a rear. So, and this also tells me I've got jump jets. So I can, in essence, jump down. I could, but it's not going to let me. I could jump down and attack this guy, but I'm just going to shoot him from the back. So there we go. Wow. Toast. Excellent. Okay. I actually want to make sure. I think I set this thing up to be like maxed out for everything, but I'm not positive. Okay. Yep. It needs a smooth transfer of power and command belongs on the cormorant throne. Go ahead and use your jump jets. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground. Okay. Now, when you jump, you can orient yourself however you want to when you land, because you're jumping up in the air, so you can spin and land however you want to. And that's going to let you potentially jump behind an opponent and then fire at their rear armor, which, as you recall, is weaker. So sometimes jumping behind somebody and then shooting them in the back sounds kind of not nice, but at the same time, this is life or death. So, you know, you do what you can. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to stay within range. So you can see here, there's 3 different arcs, or 3 different sort of colors on this arc. That shows me what weapons are in range of those different arcs. At the longest arc is just going to be the AC2. The middle arc is going to be both the AC2 and the medium lasers, and then this inner arc is just going to be the medium lasers. So it sort of tells me, if I were to land here, that I would have a 95% chance to hit that guy with everything, and I'd have a 95% chance to hit that guy with everything. If I were to pick somewhere else, let's say, you know, it's not going to let me do it, but if it did, then it would, then I would have a different, targeting based upon everything else. So, anyway, okay, so I overheated. And now I'm going to have to move over to here. Now when you move, you'll see here your arc is restricted. The further you move, the more restricted that arc becomes. So you can't pivot your body as much if you're moving further distances. If you're only moving like 1 or 2 hexes, then you should be able to move almost in a complete circle. But if you're moving 5 or 6 hexes and your maximum is 5 or 6, then you're going to start ending up with a limited scope on where you can go. So for this one, though, I'm going to go ahead and move to here. And again, I'm going to angle my arc so that both of my targets are within my firing arcs. It's going to help keep it clear. A plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction. Jump jet systems damage. System inoperable until repaired. Oh, for the love of all gods. All right. Yep. Okay. We can't get our jump jets replaced, so we're just going to make do without them. Okay, fine. Let me do that. Now, one thing that you'll see here is that walking into the water completely wiped my mech clean of heat. Now, one thing that you want to know is that, so like if I hover over this, it'll tell me what's where. This tells me that I think I've got extra heat sinks. Yeah, I do. I've got an extra heat sink on my left torso, just the one. And what it's going to do, though, is that in the board game, no matter, it depended on where your heat sinks were. If your heat sinks were in your torso, then you had to have your torso underwater for them to be more effective. In this game, if you're just in the water, your heat sinks are more effective, period. So that's a nice thing, and it'll actually block you. You can't go underwater, which you can in the board game. You can't in this game. So you have to sort of stick into spaces that are going to be they're going to allow you to move around in those areas. So all right. But I just right-clicked on my mech, and it showed me everything about it. I'll right-click on this guy. It says it's a target dummy PNT-9R, which is a Panther. It's a 35-ton mech. He has 1 point of armor everywhere. So nothing really major. I mean, he's got 11 total armor. And this guy over here is a UMR, which is urban mech. So he's just... again, everybody's just only got 1 point in every location. So, all right. Click the melee targeting reticle. All right. So I'm gonna pick move, and then I'm gonna attack this guy. Now, when I attack him, if I can attack him from multiple directions, it'll give me the option to pick which arc I want to attack him on. In this case, I can only attack him on one, so this is the only one that's highlighted right now. And again, this is because we're sort of, just sort of playing this up for the beginning. So, and I completely destroyed it. One more thing to know is that as you take damage, it goes from the outside in. So let's say that you do a whole bunch of damage to the armor on the left arm, and then you blow the arm off. Any excess damage isn't simply discarded; it's actually transferred to the left torso. And it will move further in. If you blow up the left torso, it moves to the center torso. And the same thing for the right arm, and the same thing for the legs. So you can actually blow somebody's leg off and end up destroying the entire mech because it transfers to the left torso and then to the center torso, and then it just kills it. So you need to be I wouldn't say cautious about it, but you do need to recognize that that's probably what's going to happen. The other thing to think about is that the more damage you do to a mech, the less salvage is available. So, for instance, if you can blow the legs off a mech, then you can get some good salvage. I think what it is, and I'll double check this and make sure, but I believe if you blow off the head, then you can get 3 of 3 salvage. If you blow off the legs, you get 2 of 3 salvage, and if you destroy the center torso, you only get 1 of 3. You need to have 3 partial pieces of a mech in order to build a mech for your mech bay, and we'll talk about that when we get into that level, when we get into that part of the game. But for now, just kind of recognize. All right, so now I want to do. Okay, I want to run, sprint. Okay, there we go. Boing, 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 boing. All right, there we are. Whoa, hello. I got shot at. All right, that's cool. We're as combat ready as we can be. Okay, excelente. Actually, I'm just curious. Can I blow this thing up? Nope, it's not gonna let me attack. I'm just curious. If I just move here, can I attack that guy? I want to see. I want to see what's gonna let me. Oh no! All right, I was hopeful. I was kind of hoping it would let me do it, but it's not gonna let me do it. Here, I'll see if we can do this. See if I can physically assault it. I'm curious. Obviously, when I played this the first time, I didn't do any of that. So, but I just want to see if I can do this here. Okay, here I am, and nope, it's not. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it at all. Oh, that's kind of sucks. Okay, well, let's sprint back over this direction. Okay, I was hopeful. So. Now, if you have jump jets, you'll see that there's this option here for DFA. Well, I think to yourself, what does DFA stand for? Well, it stands for Death from Above. It is the damage that you will do to another mech, and it's to the head and the torsos of when you jump and you land on them. So what happens is you take your jump jets and you lift off, and then you land on another battle mech. The nice thing about DFA is that it is focused damage to those areas. The problem with DFA is you get hurt too. Battle mechs are not exactly soft and gushy, and they're not easy to land on. So you need to what do you call it? When you land, it's going to land hard, and then of course you land, and then you have to find a way to then keep your balance and actually land your mech, so you're not like falling and landing on your back or on your face or on your side or something. So we need to kind of make sure that we're that your handling that properly, but you are going to take some damage from doing that. It can be kind of a last resort kind of thing. Sometimes if your battle mech doesn't have any weapons, because since they've been blown off or whatever, then it can be a problem. But, alright, so we're doing against Victoria and Kamea. We'll see. I'm so much better than you are. Okay, it's a pissing contest between the two cousins. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's sort of the first introductory thing, just helping you get familiar with the controls. Now, of course, we're going to run into the first real thing that matters, which is going to be physically, you know, I'm actually going to get into some combat. So, and if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, just leave a comment below. Or if you're watching, then go ahead and Rockwellowan Sacromonte Appian. The kind of the funny thing is that none of these systems really exist in the original BattleTech game from the world from the house books that I have. So I do have all the house books, and looking through the periphery and stuff, you know, this doesn't really exist. So they sort of created this from whole cloth so that they could make a space that you guys could actually play in. The problem, from my perspective, is that it's very limited after that point. And I really wish that it wasn't as limited as it is. It definitely does kind of restrict you to a very small space. And, you know, if you're like me and you want to go play some of the other houses, that's not an option. It's available. So that's kind of one of the challenges. So, like, for instance, House Steiner, and I can't get there. It's too far away. It's outside the map. So my hope is that at some point they're going to get the entire Inner Sphere map available in the game. They don't need to do a whole lot with it. I mean, it's kind of funny that there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I guess one of the nice things is that the periphery is pretty much it's kind of like the wildlands. It's the Wild West out there. Whereas the Inner Sphere is a little bit more stable. But anyway, Stefan Amaris, Stefan the Usurper, that he's called. He launched a bloody revolt that destroyed the Star League. Yep, he killed the First Lord of the Star League, and the protector of the Star League, who at the time was Alexander Kerensky. He was the general of the armies. He came back and pretty much wiped Amaris from the map. And then he took 3/4 of the Star League army and vanished into the wilderness. They just kind of took their stuff and they jumped outside the Inner Sphere and they went for parts unknown. So later we come to find out that they formed what was called the clans, and they became a very rigid caste society. But at the beginning it was not nearly that bad, and again, they were all Star League Defense Force. But for the people who were left, the Star League Defense Forces who were left, many of them became mercenaries. The unit that I worked for, the 12th Star Guards, became a mercenary unit. Ardeni Light Horse, and there's a couple others that turned from being Star League Defense Forces into being mercenary units, and then working for the different houses. So, all right. There we go. Wait, what's that smoke? It's a guard post. It's been damaged. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Some sort of explosion. Looks recent too. Do you think it was an accident? Not a chance. I think somebody blew it up. Okay. Won't let it happen. Won't let it derail your coronation. People need you. Yes. Of course they do. Alright. Alright. Turning up the sound a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to use... So I use Q and E to rotate the map. so that I can kind of see what's going on. I'm playing this a little bit fast and loose. What I happen to know what's going to happen next. When I first played it, I practiced doing a bunch of stuff like getting in the position. So like I had somebody up here in the cover, you know, with a good line of sight on the road. I had somebody else, you know, sort of down here taking some, you know, having some cover from the wall there, you know. So when you're playing this sort of quote unquote for real and you're doing these missions, you do want to try to find a way that you can focus on. Actually, let's see real quick here. Let's look at our settings. But when you're doing this, you just want to make sure that you're actually doing everything for, you know, that you're positioning your mechs in a particular way so that you can be ensured everything's going to be going on. Full screen. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think we're good. They don't really have much of an option here for. Okay, that looks fine. I think we're all good. Okay. Close. All right. But some games that I have, they have what do you call it? You can customize a lot more stuff. For instance, one of the games that I'm going to be streaming later on is what do you call it? Banished. I did the first run through of that, but now that I've got my new PC and stuff, it's my coronation day. You wouldn't have gone out for. Damn it. Okay, yeah. Well, they're going to try to. Once combat has begun, different mechs move in different phases. Lighter units should only move earlier than heavy ones. To reserve all units' actions to a later phase, use the reserve button or press the end key. Right. So, hey, look, it's a panther. Oh. And he hit her for 8 points. Anyway, Banished, I pumped everything up because my new PC is just, it's beefy. And I've got a really nice graphics card in there. I got a really nice CPU. I mean, I'm running at 3.7 gigahertz, so I'm hoping that it's going to be, you know, pretty freaking awesome. So let's see, I'm going to tag this guy, I think, but I think we're going to move over here to we're going to move here into cover and see, move a Centurion over here. Now what's this guy? This guy is a Shadowhawk. Oh yeah, we need to mess this boy up. Can I can multi-target. I can censor it. Nah, let's just target him. Okay. Nice. Okay. So now he's going to move. Now you can see this little yellow bar here. That shows his stability or instability. So it shows how much damage he's taken and then how much he can take before he's going to fall over. Now falling does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage to your the other mech. It does a lot of damage to the pilot. So if you can find a way to, you can actually what do you call it? To knock a mech over, it'll actually do a lot of damage to the guys. And actually, the best way, the way to get the 3 of 3 salvage is to incapacitate the pilot. Because at that point, the mech is still in one piece. So I do stand corrected. If the pilot is incapacitated, you get 3 of 3 because the entire mech is available. If you blow off the head or blow off the legs, you can get 2 of 3, and if you destroy the center torso, you only get 1 of 3 pieces to build those mechs. So there you are. All right, let's see. If I come here, then she can come over to here and then tag him from the side. Okay, so she attacks him. Then you can see here it's showing us that where this is showing us what side we're attacking. So she's going to launch, or you know, I'm going to take the LRMs off because why bother? She's probably going to blow his arm off here. And she blew his leg off. Oh, she completely destroyed the mech. Well, there you are then. And then there's that, you know. Okay, so Mastiff now can come, let's see, if he comes to here, let's see. No, I think we might back him off a little bit, actually. There we go. So we'll back him off a little bit, turn him around. And again, you saw that restricted turning radius and that stuff. Boy, his LRM does not have good capability there. Well, okay, I blew up his right leg, which is going to cause him to fall down. So that's one thing that you can do is if you can knock him down. And there's a really good video from another guy. If I can find it again, I will link it below. Who provides some advice, and what he does actually is he just pummels them. In essence, all his thing is he just attacks the hell out of them physically, and then does a ton of damage so that he can knock him down and incapacitate the pilot. Let's blow his other leg off, and we won't fire with the AC-2s because that's why I bother. Okay. So I'm trying to blow off his leg, and I missed. I blew off his right torso and his right arm instead, because apparently that was what I got to do. Okay, so here's Kamea. All right, let's get her closer. At that point, she's pretty much gonna stand over him and go. Okay, there we go. Let's take out that leg. Oh, well, there we go. So you see that pilot incapacitated? If you can get that, but not damage the rest of the mech, then you can salvage the entire mech in one fell swoop. So there's a lot of benefits. It takes some more time, but if there's a mech that you're really looking to get, like, you know, if you're trying to get an assault mech or something like that, the better the pilots, the more hit points they have, the more damage they can take. So you have to be careful. All right, so we have to go to the township, to the armory. All right, off we go to the township. All right. How did you command? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna, whoops, rotate the wrong way. Okay. So now what we have to go is over here. This is where we have to head to. So we got to kind of keep an eye on things, but I want to make sure that we're not completely exposing ourselves here. By doing this. Okay, so where can I move to? I can sprint to there. Okay, I'm pretty sure sprinting will be fine at this point. So from both of those mechs, it would have salvaged 1 out of 3 salvage. And again, you need 3 of 3 in order to make the mech. But over the course of multiple maps, you can have, or multiple missions, you can have the different. Oh, that is really cool. A little thing there. That was really nice. But over the course of those multiple missions, you can collect those pieces to those mechs. Obviously, the smaller mechs you're going to run into a lot more, especially early in the game. As you get better with your mechs, unfortunately, they don't offer you lower level contracts anymore. So, for instance, if you're mech, if you have, like, you know, what do you call it, if you have some, wow, I guess all she can do is hit it with the LRM-15. I'll go for it. But if you have, like, an assault mech, then you're only going to be offered assault mech style missions, which is kind of unfortunate, because, you know, I'd like to be able to do and say, okay, let's go back and do, you know, I'd like to have, like, you know, my more inexperienced pilots run with my lower class mechs, my lighters and my lights and mediums and stuff, and then be able to, what do you call it, and then be able to get them experience that way. But unfortunately, the game kind of forgets that, you know, other people are going to be, that you're going to have the potential for more, yes, for bringing more mech warriors in, especially after the campaign ends. You know, I mean, during the campaign, of course, you want to try to pretty much field the largest mechs you can, because the contracts kind of require it. But as we get further into it, sometimes you want to be able to mix it up, and, you know, we're going to have, you know, mediums and heavies, or just our heavies and assaults, or lights and mediums, and that you kind of lose some of those options when that happens. I just want to see what that guy ends up. All right. Oh, What if I go here? I get 1 movement tick. So you'll see here there's this little chevron. those are evasion chevrons, and so the more evasion chevrons you have, the harder you're going to be hit. It's actually going to reduce their chances of hitting you. So, oh, well, that was pointless. Everything else was just gravy. But the more of those you have, the harder you're going to be to hit, and so you're going to end up with a lot more, a lot better likelihood of surviving. So, like for instance, here, if she moves to here, she gets 2. If she moves to here, she only has 1. You can see there's only 1 chevron. But if I move to here, I get 2 chevrons, and that little tree means I get cover. So cover reduces the amount of damage I take, but it also means that I get and then I also have my 2 my 2 evasion chevrons, so that's gonna be helpful. This guy's so dead. Yeah. That was overkill. Way overkill. Alright. Okay, here we go. And now let's bring me up. And I'll move here and I'll get my 1 evasion tick, and then I'll be my 1 evasion chevron, and then I'll be good to go. Alright. And then I'll brace. Now, bracing is also something that's going to help you reduce the amount of damage you take, which is kind of nice. So, all right, Kameya's taking a little bit of damage, but just a little bit. You can see her. If I highlight over here, so you can see how it has that gray and that white bar. That is her structure and her armor. It shows you how much of each is left. If I look at her, she's got a little bit. She's down a bit at half on her left torso, but the rest of her is fine. I mean, her head is untouched, or her right torso is untouched. Her center torso is just taking a ding. So really, what the damage is on her left torso, which is a problem because she does have her ammo there, and if that ammo gets hit, then it goes boom, and then there's problems, and so you got to be careful about that. Okay, and good fire. And he's dead. Okay. Well, that was quick. Alright. Alright, so now we have to kind of haul ass over here. So let's haul ass. Okay, there we go. Come here, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. Do you hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. It can't be my uncle. Victoria. Okay. So, in other words, they're really bad guys. Uh-oh. They just... Orbital bombardment. Oh, no. We're too late. Yes. Your ascendancy, the Urano legacy. All of it. It's over. Victoria, what have you done? My father offered you a path to glory. I taught you better than this. You taught me lies. I'll see you hang for this. You gotta catch me first. Okay. Uh-oh. Enemy contact. Alright, who do we got? Alrighty. What do we got here? So... and you will have me to deal with. She kind of reminds me of what was her name? The general from General Kala from Flash Gordon. What do you mean, Flash Gordon approaching? You know, that kind of stuff. So it's kind of funny. All right, and there's a spider, and he's going to attack us, and he's going to do a little bit of damage. Now the Kintaro is by far the heaviest mech that we have. The Blackjack's a medium. The Centurion's a medium. The Centurion's a heavy medium. I mean, it's a good size, but it's definitely a. I mean, if you click on it here, it'll show you. See, it's a medium mech. The Blackjack's a medium mech, and the Kintaro's a medium, but the Kintaro's a heavy medium. It's I think it's about 55 tons, which is the max. Actually, I might do that and then target this. But what else do we have here? Oh, Cicada. Cicada hasn't moved yet, so I think we might target the Cicada. Do some damage to him. Okay, there we go. Yep, some pretty good. Now I can tab through and show and see the different things. So you can show me over here 60, 60, 60, and 30, 90, 70, 70, 85, and 80, 60, 60, 80. So the best shot right now actually is the cicada because it hasn't moved yet. So, oh, I destroyed the right leg. Well, okay, that guy's in some serious. Oh, right torso destroyed, right arm destroyed. That guy's in some serious hell right now. So destroying a torso will damage the pilot. Knocking a mech down will hurt the pilot. Hitting them in the head will hurt the pilot. So there's a lot of things you can do to hurt the pilots and disable them without having to necessarily go like sort of all in and work to blow up the what do you call it? Blow the center torso. If you're looking for a quick kill, sometimes depending on the mech. It can be, so see, look over here. So there's 55, 20, 50, 50 over here, 75, 70. Now, if I target this guy, I got 80s across the board. So I'm going to target this guy because he's almost dead. And if I hit it and I kill it, then he doesn't get a move. And pretty much at this point, he would have landed and then died. I mean, he wouldn't have had a chance to do anything. No, I did not knock him out, which kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping I was going to, but I didn't. So let's bring the Kentaro forward, bring Kamea forward, and then she'll finish him off. I'm pretty sure she's going to finish him off. Oh no, pilot incapacitated, so we're good. So that's 90s and 80s. That's 70s and 60s. Well, let's go 90s and 80s, right? Right. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Holy Hannah. Okay, he's in a world of hurt too. Left torso destroyed, pilot injured, he's unsteady, he's seen better days. All right, now see, right now we are in round 4. This is, or rather, phase 4. We get the different phases are your initiative levels. So, okay, I'm gonna pause the video camera for a second and go mute. I'll be right back, but I'm not going away.
Resist, and you will be fired upon.
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
Alrighty, and we're back. Sorry about that. I just needed to blow my nose, and I don't think you guys wanted to watch that, so, silly me. Alright, so the question is, should we take out the spider or the locust? So here's where I was showing you before. It shows me there's multiple, if I attack him, then there's multiple places I can physically attack him from. So let's go ahead and knock him down, and if I attack him from this side, then that might do some extra damage. So we'll see what that's going to do to us. Alright, so the Centurion's going to run over here, and you can see how much bigger he is than the... Oh! And he just punched, like, through his body. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, there you are then. This poor spider, he doesn't have any chance in hell. I mean, he's like, where can I hide? Where can I hide? I mean, in essence, that's what he's saying. There we go. If I move to here, then I can target him. Alright, so I'm moving to here. Okay, and target that guy and just lay it out. Hopefully I can kill it. There we go. Alright. Got him! Yay. Okay. Thank God. We thought we'd lost you when the bombs fell. You very nearly did. We have to get off the planet. The battle's over. Yep. Uncle has won. The reach is his! Okay, we'll mourn for it later, both of us. We're on our way. Okay, so here's the drop ship. And as I talked about in one of the earlier videos, there are different... there's 3 primary sizes of dropships. There's Leopard class, which handle 4 battle mechs. There's Union class, which handle 12, and there's Overlord, which handles 36. So sort of depending on how big your unit is, will determine how many battle mechs you have or how, you know, what size of a dropship you're going to need. If you're trying to move an entire company, which is 3 lances, you're going to need, or 3 companies. If you're trying to move an entire company is 3 lances. So you're going to need at least a Union class to do that. You're going to need at least 12. Trying to move a regiment, that's 36 battle mechs. You're going to need more. So it's just it's kind of hard to know. You have to, like I said, you really have to. Oh, I mean, you've destroyed the vehicle in one fell swoop. Now in this game it doesn't matter because you can't get unions and overlords and stuff. You end up with a leopard and then you end up with something else after that, and you don't really have much of a choice in the matter. So you just kind of get what you get. But in regular BattleTech, if you're playing the role-playing aspects of it and you're doing like a what do you call it? If you're doing you know, managing your unit and that kind of stuff, then you're going to have a lot of extra things that you can do. So, all right, here we go. We're going to sprint over to here. Let's get up into the woods here so we can get this. Okay. So you had 3 downed mechs. We did a pretty good job. It wasn't too hard. Okay. You can see there's a whole bunch of buildings here that are actually, I mean, if you run across them, you'll blow them up. The thing about it is that the buildings really can't handle battle mechs. Battle mechs are just, they're huge and they're just ridiculously powerful. So it's not, I mean, there's not really a whole lot. You watch here, see, I just walk right through buildings. It's not that I'm trying to do that. It's just that that's kind of how it works. All right. This is your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you must, betrayer. Okay. A headstrong fool. Yeah, well, you know. Okay. Toast that guy. One shot and it's dead. Okay. So that was, again. Now, the other thing that you'll want to know is that you have 2 different kinds of, we actually have multiple kinds of weapons. You have support weapons, which are things like small lasers and medium and machine guns and that kind of stuff. You also have missiles, and you have energy weapons, and you have ballistic weapons like autocannons. Now, the AC-2, AC-5, AC-10, AC-20 are actually, because in the original game, they do 2, 5, 10, and 20 points of damage. In this game, because it's a little bit different, they do, I think, about 5 times the damage. But just sort of like as an FYI, why can't I go over that way? There we go. Okay. So I can multi-target, though. So I am going to multi-target. Now, this guy has, let's take a look over here. He has 97 points. So I've got to do 97 points of damage to him to knock him out. So we're going to target him first, and we're going to target him second. And I'm going to drop off an SRM-6, and that'll put me under. So if you'll see here, if I leave this SRM-6 on, then it puts me over, and it tells me I was an overheat warning. If I take one of them off, then it just puts me just under that line, and that line is my heat. Over that, I begin taking internal structural damage, and so I don't want to do that because then bad things happen. So I want to try to find a way that I can to do that without, you know, I want to stay just under that, unless there's a high likelihood that doing that is going to result in like taking out a mech or something else, so that, you know, there's going to be some benefit for you doing that is far beyond the damage that you might suffer from taking that hit. Okay, so I really don't have a good chance of hitting this guy at all. That said, I can totally mess up this turret. So the question should I mess up the turret? Yeah, let's mess up the turret, and let's take off. Let's see. He's got 77 points left. Let's take off 2 medium lasers. Keep our heat low, because we don't want to overheat. And this should be enough. If I hit, he's got 77 points. If I hit with 3 of these, no, I'm going to need one more. I need to hit with 4 of those 5 to kill it. Yes! Got it. Okay. I was like, Oh, there it goes. Phew. Okay. I was a little concerned there, but we're okay. All right, now, the other thing I want to show you is this. So at the bottom of this battle mech over here, this Wolverine, you'll see that there's these rings, okay? So if I move my guy around, you'll see I'm attacking different places on the mech. So, like if I do here, I'm attacking his right side. If I could get around all the way to the back, then I would be attacking this back quadrant, and that would show up here as this guy. But if I move over to here, then I can attack his right quadrant, and still, and see here's I can't move my arc over, but I can attack his right side from here, and focus my attacks on just that side. So the likelihood of like really damaging his arm or his leg from this side is a lot higher. So I want to do that. Let's do that, and then I will shoot at him. I missed with the AC. That's not good. Okay. He's moving. Ow. Alright, so I got -1 evasion, but I had 2 evasion chevrons, so it only removes one of them. I still have 1 left. So if somebody else were to attack me, there would still be a good chance of doing some reasonable damage to him. So I'll show you over here again. We'll come this way and up, and if I bring my guy in, so you can see here, if I bring Kamea to here, then she's going to attack the front, which means that she can attack anywhere on the body. If I move it to here, though, or even to here, then I'm attacking the left side, and only those side. It'll only be the left arm, left torso, left leg that I can hit. So again, the likelihood of doing significant damage to this guy is a lot higher. Well, I need to dump off some stuff here. Let's take out the medium lasers, I guess. Wow, that sucks. Okay, well, I guess we're going to shoot 2 SRM-6s and an LRM-5. Okay, and that percent to chance to hit when you see it for a for like an SRM or an LRM is per missile. So each missile is calculated separately to determine whether or not it hits or not. In the original game, you do things a little bit differently, but it does work out about the same. All right, so this guy, so I can bring me around here, and I'm going to attack him from the side as well. And I'm going to toss on that medium laser because I can, and we're going to try to mess him up. So I'm attacking him on the side again. So there we go, structure exposed. So I blew off his left arm and his left torso. So nice. Did some damage there, and I'll show you how you can tell what damage is done. All right, so the turret's going to fire. So all right, so now let's see what happens. Okay, so if I look at this guy, it's going to show me that he has no left torso, which had an SRM-6 and ammo for the SRM-6, and his left arm is gone. Now his AC-5 is in his right arm along with the ammo. So if you target from the right side and you damage the right arm, then you can blow up. Then you can, what do you call it? Get rid of that weapon. So that's kind of nice. But I think what I'm going to do here is, let's see, if we come over here. I think we're going to go here. All right. And I don't know if Raju, I think, he has multi-target as well. So we're going to target A and B, and the LRM is going to go after B. And we're going to hope that we hit this guy in the center torso, because if we do, then he's dead. Because he doesn't really have all that much armor left in his center torso. All right, and we did a lot of damage to that turret. Excellent. Okay, so now the Wolverine's going to move. He's a medium mech also. 55 tons, I think. All right, so there's the Centurion, and he's hurt. So we've lost all of our armor in one location. So let's take a look real quick and just see where he is. So showing us that he doesn't have any armor left in his left torso. So right now he just only has 55 points of structure left, and then that entire section is gone. All right, so I'm going to bring you up here. And we're going to focus you on this guy because we need to get rid of him. You know, I'm going to go over. So this is one of the situations where I could say, you know what, let's not do this. But I think in this case, because I want to try to get rid of this mech, I'm going to go over on my heat and recognize that I'm going to be very close to shutdown. Shutdown is if it's all the way over here. But this, she'll take some damage, but she'll also hopefully kill this guy off and blow him up. There we go. Center torso destroyed. So it was a gamble, but that gamble paid off. Okay, so now see, heat critical, structure damaged. So now I got to get me up to a point where I can attack this turret. And hopefully this is going to work. And then here's this guy, and let's take out a medium laser and an EC2. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, it'll be just enough. That should be enough to blow it up. Boom, there we go. Yes, 2 turrets destroyed. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now, let's get Kamea up here. And let's get Mastiff up here. Alright. Thank God you made it, Kamea. Captain Halverson's prepping the engines now. Another 5 minutes ready to depart. Okay, 5 minutes is a long time, Gizmo. Yep, sure is. Alright. Alright, here she goes. Alright. Take down that dropship. Destroy everyone and everything that stands in your way. Alright, I trained you for this. We'll fight side by side and watch each other's backs. Kamea's already made it, though. Uh-oh. Trouble with your blackjack? Shame. It's been happening to a lot of real guard battle mechs. No, they sabotaged us. Yes, they sabotaged us. Okay. Your father's a coward, and so are you. Eject, mech warrior. That's an order. Okay. So that's something else. So ejecting is something you can do. So let's say that you are fighting and your battle mech is really, really damaged. And you don't want to lose your pilot because they're like elite or a master or something. And so what you do is you will then, you can then eject. Destroys the head of your mech, but saves your mech warrior, which is a lot of time and investment that you put into that person. So, you know, sort of like, you know, we don't care about the thing, we care about the person in this particular case. In most BattleTech worlds, it's, you know, kill the meat, save the metal kind of thing. So you want to get rid of the mech warrior, incapacitate the mech warrior, and save the battle mech, because the battle mech is worth millions of C-bills, whereas the mech warrior is relatively cheap. That said, if you've been playing for a long time and you have a really good set of battle mech warriors, so a good set of mech warriors, and you don't want to lose them, then you can eject. It will cause damage. It will, like I said, you'll lose your mech. But if you're going to lose your mech anyway, and you don't want to risk potentially losing your mech warrior on top of that, then sometimes it's better to just to eject. Alrighty. Alright, and there we go. Uh-oh. Deposed noble killed during escape. No! But wait, I thought she was telling us the story about how she came to power and we helped her. How could she be dead, Pikachu? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Okay. Eight hours later. Alright. Easy there, Gizmo. I took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. This is Darius Oliveira. He is the XO of Markham's Marauders. They did some work with High Lord Tomati way back when. Okay. I introduced you to Commander Markham, who's on a supplier around the market just from the Bombfells. He didn't make it. All right, so you rescued me. I'm sorry for your loss, or if I wasn't your company, if it wasn't for your company, I'd be dead too. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I am too. He's a good man. A lot of good people died today. That's true. They did. All right, we picked up your distress beacon on the emergency van. We were on our way off-world. Didn't feel right leaving in the hands of this new directorate. Did a sweep, grabbed your ejection pod, and ran. All right. What about Mastiff? Did you find him? We found his mech. He supported the Royal Guard in a handful of deployments, and Sir Roger earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss for us all. All right. Able to recover my blackjack? Yeah, our mech tech, all that was left in the mech bay. It isn't pretty, but if you give him enough time, he can fix just about anything. All right. So what happens now? Hey, cat. My cat is deciding that the post that's holding my camera is a really good thing to rub up against. And it's not. No, it's not. Silly goose. All right. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Lady Ron is dead. Drops you. Well, shit. Our sentiments, exactly. We're getting the hell out of Oregon territory. I've already booked transport the jump ship. First ship is out. Okay, we're going to go to Canopian Borders on a cheap trip, but we'll worry about how we're going to pay for it later. Okay. According to your blood shit, you've got a family out in Fed Sons. If you want to look transport into a freighter route for Davion space, I can't make any promises. Federation isn't my home. It never has been. My family moved to the Reach before I was born. That's ancient history. Besides, I'm broke. What's option B? I think that's a little bit more likely. Well, you can stay with us when we get where we're going. We can drop you off the nearest planet. Maybe you can make a place for yourself. All right. Or you can find yourself here with the Marauders. Yes, I think we should. All right. 3 years later. Put unused battle mechs into storage to avoid maintenance fees. Yes, do. Good idea. It's a very smart thing to do. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time. We played the first part here. This is great. We're going to play this mission because this is the kind of what we have to do next. But then once we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for today for BattleTech. And then we'll pick it up again later on. But this will be part 1 of a multi-part series. We're going to play each of the missions, go to the campaign, that kind of stuff. So you guys will see all of the play that it's going to take to get through the campaign at this point. So this should be interesting. I'm hoping this is going to be worthwhile for you guys. So, well, the Independent Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards off on our own. That's what you're paying us for. Don't worry, we'll get your platforms back. Majesty Metals killed hundreds of us when they tried to jump our claim. We want you to make them bleed for what they've done here. Okay, so the Op Force holding the 2 IPL mining platforms first. Alpha is where they have a turret generator. You want to do that. Move in, take it out. Those turrets hit hard when you neutralize them ASAP. Bravo is where this corporate security tower is. We have to destroy that. All right. So she's going to pay us as soon as we're done. Awesome. Okay. So, let's do it to it, Pruitt. Okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. Now, I happen to know a little bit of what's going on here. So I'm going to take my spider, and we're going to go around. I'm going to show you why here in a second. Okay. So you can see here, my spider has quite a few. Has 4 evasions on him. So hold on, come on, stop. Okay. Here's a turret generator. That's what we have to blow up. But down here, there's a little space around the edge here where you can bring a guy. So I'm gonna bring the spider over here. My hope is bring the spider over here, take out that turret generator, which will get rid of these turrets that are going to be trying to target and F us up. And hopefully we'll be able to do some good damage here. Enemy contact. Alright, so I'm going to jump now with him. He's going to jump over here. Boink. Okay. So now you'll see his heat went up quite a bit. So we want to Kind of keep an eye on that. Alright, so they've got a couple of battle mechs, and they have a couple of turrets. Okay. So now here's Decker. I need to move him. No. Where is your damage? If I move him to here, he can target that generator. Alright. Let's see. Now I know he can't take it out in one fell swoop, but he can at least do. It'll take him two times if he hits it. And if he doesn't miss, it'll take him 2 rounds to knock that thing out. If he misses, it's going to take him longer. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so let's see where I am here. If I go up here, oh, there's a turret over there. I don't want to get in line of that turret if I can avoid that. But if I come here, actually, I have line of sight to the turret generator. And I can hit that for another 50 points, maybe. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Faboo. Okay. Let's see now. She, if I can get her in range, I think we can. I think she can. I think she can take out the turret generator, and that will help us a lot because that's 4 turrets that are going to be attacking us that we would not have to deal with. You know what? Don't bother with that. She's only got 25 points left. Oh, come on. That didn't blow it up. How did that not blow it up? How many points does it have left? 5. 5. Come on. That was terrible. Alright. If I go here. And, okay, there we go. Alright. She's got to move out. Alright, she's in the Shadowhawk. Come on, Behemoth. You got this. Alright, there we go. And so now the turrets are all dead. There's multiple turrets. All we now have left to deal with are battle mechs, which of course are a problem. But hey, that's a lot better than also being plinked at by a bunch of turrets on top of that. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to reserve Decker and let the other guy move because I want to see what he does. Alright, well here's me. Okay, where can I go? I can go here and I can mess that boy up. Let's do that. So here I come with my blackjack. Hi, how are you? About to be taught a lesson, I think is what you are. Yep, I blew off his left arm. Okay, and now let's have Glitch. I think she's. Why don't you just pummel him? Go attack him. There we go. And she blew the center torso out. Okay, well there you go then. Oh, and then she shot him. And then she shot him with her small laser. That's pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, he's kind of toast. Okay, now she's gonna come out here and she's gonna target this guy here. All right, and then here's this guy, and let's go ahead and let's light him up. Oh my god, she completely missed, like, with the LRM. Completely. Alright. I went the wrong direction. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, here's the spider. Let's take him out. Let's see if I do a precision strike. Let's do that. Let's see, where should I attack this guy? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So he hurt. Oh, okay, now they're going to land somebody here. They're landing some mechs. Okay, that's okay. This is fine. Let's attack him from this side. There we go. We'll attack him from the side. Alright. So now he's going to run. What are you doing? Where are you going? Okay. Let's go ahead and attack him from behind. There we go. She's going to run around behind him and then punch him from behind. Ooh. Okay. Oh, and then, okay, and now he's dead. She shot him in the back and he died. Okay. All right. Hey, look, we got some stuff. Okay. So now, though, we have some things showing up. We've got to kind of play with this here. So if I come over here, let's see. If I come up here, then I'll be able to see somebody. I think it's a Griffin or a Shadowhawk they have down here. It's a Shadowhawk. Okay. Can I precision strike this guy? Maybe not. Well, you know, we'll try. Let's see. Let's see. Shadowhawk has LRM 5 and AC 5. So really, either torso is going to be a reasonably good thing. I'll take out the LRM or the AC 5, but I didn't do enough damage. Okay, so here's okay. Here comes a tank. Now, the thing about tanks, you definitely want to step on them. They are very easy to kill if you can get what do you call it, close enough to step on them, then you can just squish them. Otherwise, they have quite a lot of armor, and they will take quite a lot of damage. All right, so she's going to fire indirectly. I have line of sight on the Shadowhawk, so I can feed her the coordinates so that she can then fire her missiles and attack it remotely, which is what we just did there. Ow. Okay, I gotta get my blackjack back up here. All right, come over here. Okay. Go ahead and brace. Oh boy, he's gonna attack me again. Ow. So he doesn't have a whole lot. If you look at him, you can see here that he's got, but he has 180 armor, so he's got 45 in the front, 45 in the turret. So, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of armor, but he has enough that he can make life unpleasant for you. All right, you know, I'm going to move out of the way over here. Let's see, what do I want to do? Should I come down the hill and attack the Shadowhawk? Or, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to kind of sacrifice myself a little bit here. Bring my blackjack out. I need to take out the Shadowhawk if I can. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit. I'm going to go right at maximum. Yeah. Did some damage, but I didn't quite do enough. Alright. And then the Scorpion's going to come up and it's going to attack me, because it's going to. Ow. Okay, now, the question is, can I get Behemoth up here on the hill enough that she can attack the... Looks like it. Yes, okay, so she's just going to jump up and then she's going to attack the Shadowhawk. If I can keep the Shadowhawk from actually doing any damage to anybody, that would be fabulous. Okay. Boy, Glitch is like in the middle of freaking nowhere, man. Alright, she only sprinted there. Wow. How far can she jump? She can sprint a little bit further. Okay. So. Here we go. Alright. Now Shadowhawk's going to move, and he's going to come up and he's going to pummel me. And he's going to shoot me. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to step on this tank. If I can. Okay. Decker. Alright, so if he comes over here, he can't actually hit anybody, can he? If I jump. Can I jump to somewhere where I can shoot somebody? Yes, I can jump to there and I can shoot these guys. Okay. He missed. He missed. Yes. Awesome. Well done. Uh-oh. Now he's going to attack me from behind. Oh, he kicked and he missed. Ooh, nice. Thank you. So actually that's a good thing for us because it means that Behemoth is right behind him. And so she can pretty much step on. She can pretty much attack him from behind. But I'm going to go ahead and step on this tank. Squish. Okay. Yay. Alright, so now Behemoth. Oh no, the tank's going to come up and it's going to shoot me from really close range. And miss! And it hit me with a... Attack me with a machine gun, which actually does surprising amount of damage for being kind of such a small weapon. But, okay. Let's see. If I come over here... That's a little too close. Alright, hold on. Here. There we go. That's nice. I move, and I can attack this guy from behind. And I'm just going to lay into him. Left arm destroyed. Good. Did some nice damage there. Okay. Glitch. You should bring the jump jets. There we go. Okay. Now, mess him up, would you? You know what? No. Oh, wait. PPC. Yes. Don't multi-target. Precision strike. This guy. You know what? Center torso him. Just bring everything. Left torso destroyed. Pilot injured. Okay. Now, what I do know about this particular mission is you're not going to get any salvage, so it doesn't really matter right now if you're gonna if anything is going to happen because you're not going to get any salvage out of this. So. Yeah. Oh no! 3 points of damage. Okay, my turn. All right, Decker. Wait, you know what? No, Behemoth. Just mess him up, would you? Oh, come on. Let's see. Now, normally I would move, but I'm not all that concerned at this point. I mean, these guys are practically dead, and oh, come on. All right, Decker, here, can you jump onto this guy? Execute death from above. There we go. He DFA'd the tank and blew it up. Okay, now here's me. I'm gonna. So I think I'll come here and turn around. And let me bring up these guys. Bring these two offline. Mess this boy up. Come on, die already, would you? Yes! Finally, thank you. Right, Pikachu? Come on, that was ridiculous. Alright. So now we've only got one thing left to do, which is to destroy this tower. Which should not be too terribly difficult to do. Alright, should I be able to destroy it in one fell swoop here? 50 points? Yeah, possibly. Yep, there we go. Just one hit, that's all it took. Just one hit. That's all it took. Alright. Decker, let's go ahead and head you back over here. Now Decker's, you can see here, Decker took some damage. He lost all the armor on his legs. And most of that was from that Death from Above move, so we got to be a little careful, a little cautious with him. So. Turret generator. Okay. Oops. I knocked something over. Oopsie. Yeah, it's actually fine. Brilliant work. We should have no trouble mopping up the other platforms now the defenses are down. Great. Get the job done. Speaking of which, yeah. We're not going to do us much good if we can't hold them. So we're going to need your battle mechs. You're going to want to reconsider that. Why? Well, there goes our payday. Yep, exactly. Okay. My turn. Okay, Decker. Decker. Target that. Blow it the hell up. Alright, that's half the damage right there. So now it's the enemy turn. They're bringing out their tanks. And he missed. Yes. In fact, I think he may have even shut the turret generator. So the nice thing here is that, you know what, let's have Glitch do this. Alright, so she needs to, I need to do 50 points of damage to the turret generator, and then the rest of it to, she can multi-target. There's A, there's B. So she hits it with the PPC. She missed. She missed. Glitch. Glitch. We gotta talk. The one thing you don't miss with is the biggest weapon you have. You always hit with the biggest weapon you have. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I can only do this, so I'm going to do that. That should be more than enough damage. That's 30 points. That's 100 points. As long as I hit with at least 2 of them, then it died. Okay, yay, the turrets are all gone. Okay, so most of that damage is good. So now we just gotta blow these things up. So let's see. Here she goes. Target this guy and light him up. Done. Good job.
Vehicle down.
Well done, Behemoth. Okay. Now here come a couple more tanks. He's just, I think we need to go here. Just, you know, this is your place. This is your home. Why are you blowing your own home up? It doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever, you know, hey, you know, if you want to be, you know, drunk ass tank driver, I guess you can do that. Oh my goodness. Brother. Some people's chilling, you know. All right. Ow. So you can see that ballistic damage is a little bit of instability damage. So if you end up getting, what do you call it, hit with enough ballistic weapons or enough missile weapons, then you can actually lose your, then you can lose stability and fall over, which can be really handy. All right. I think... Come on over here. Take him out. And don't bother with the LRM-5. Oh my god, she missed with the PPC again. But then it blew it up anyway. Yay, okay. Yay, we won. Good job, Pikachu. Yes. Stand by for extraction. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I know. Another team meeting. Give the man a prize. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So now we finished our mission. We finished the first set of missions for introducing the campaign, so you guys now know what to expect. You see our payout was 0. We did everything. We didn't get any salvage, and everything just went kind of downhill. We do have some damage, but nothing major. It looks like we've got a little bit of work to do to fix stuff up, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But in general, it's these first set of missions are obviously to sort of ease you in. That said, if you're still not used to playing BattleTech at all, then this first mission, these first missions can be very challenging. So make sure you're used to kind of how to position yourself, how to use cover. You see, I took a lot of risks, but it's because I wasn't overly concerned about this particular match. You know, in other missions, when I do these things, I'm a lot more careful about positioning, overlapping fields of fire, that kind of stuff. In this particular case, it was like, yeah, whatever. But because it's very forgiving. Because these first missions are very forgiving. So just as an FYI, if you're playing this and you've never played BTech before, then be aware that this could be a little bit challenging for you. But now that you've seen this, you should hopefully have a little bit more information about what's going on. So let's talk real quick about this stuff, and then I will make sure to, like I said, add the videos at the end to show all of the different things that are going on, so you know you can look back about how to run your mercenary unit, you know, managing your expenses, managing your salvage, your contract, all that kind of stuff. And then also one about the history of BattleTech, especially if you've never played before. And then I'll also link to probably right above my head at some point to the history of BattleTech, not history, the BattleTech playlist, so you guys can go see that. But there we go. So let's go ahead and finish this off real quick. We'll get to the point where we can just kind of save without needing to continue on with any forced missions here, and then we'll call it a day. So, all right, we got to find good things. All right, so we're fully aware of our financial situation. We have less than 1 million C-bills. We can't just conjure up new clients. All right. Is this why you mail me your commander so I can break up fights and review financial reports? No. If we're really hard up for cash, we need to stop talking and start doing something about it. Or no thanks, Darius. I didn't take command of the stuff to settle arguments. So let's start doing this. All right. Okay, when we made you our commander, we all agreed to follow your lead. Darius, could you walk us through the details of the trouble we're in? Might help if you broke things down point by point. Okay. Sure thing. Point 1, Meyer's right, we're in debt. Every C-bill we make technically belongs to the banks. Point 2, this corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary work. There are clients, but they're terrible. That's just a fact. And that's it. There are no other points. All right. So, what's our best case scenario? How many jobs does it take to repay? Why not refuse to pay? Or, okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? Let's say, what's our best case scenario? Just be optimistic. Truthfully, I can't even say. We're in a pretty deep hole, and from where I'm standing, I don't see a whole lot of daylight. The thing is, these banks, and I use that word loosely, they don't want us to pay off our loans. They'll do whatever they can to keep us on the hook, hit us with fees, jack up our interest rates, misfile our paperwork. All right, it's going to take time. All right. And every year that passes, we accumulate more debt. If we keep going like we have been, we're screwed. Hey, that sounds familiar. All right. Well, we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? I don't want to say we have bottlenecks. That's what I was saying. Look, I've got a gun. What is the bank going to do? Send the police. And they have bigger guns and more of them. All right, I don't see what else we can do. I'm already serving up. You want me to set the Mercenary Review Board. Now, the Mercenary Review Board is overseen by Comstar, and their job is to sort of act as a neutral party. They typically are perceived as a neutral party in all of negotiations. So they act as Switzerland for the Inner Sphere. And they handle contracts between mercenaries and houses. So if their mercenary unit wants payment, then what will happen is usually that the client will have to put money into escrow. Comstar holds on to that, and then when the mercenary unit completes it, they pay them the escrow, and then they pay them. Then the house will make the rest of the payment. It's a little bit simplified in the game. It's just that the Mercenary Review Board just sort of like tracks your reputation. The higher your reputation, the more difficult contracts you're going to get. Unfortunately, they don't pay a whole lot better overall. I mean, you'll see ones in here that I'm going to take in the next couple of games here, that it's the next couple of streams, where I'm going to get like 300 to 500,000 C-bills, and I'm going to be making 750 to 1,000,000 C-bills, and I'm taking on 5 times more difficult missions than I was before. So the payout, it's not really commensurate with the additional risk and the additional cost associated with maintaining the mechs and all that stuff. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're playing it. So all right. So I guess we're going to go around the MRB. No thanks. Taking an uncertified job is a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. We just got betrayed. How much worse could it get? All right, plenty. With uncertified jobs, it's the rule. All right. Because the banks and the jump ship crews have an arrangement. Until we pay up, they're going to keep us in a short lease. Right, so we're sort of stuck where we are. Okay, so look, Darius, Meyer's right. We need to start earning some real money. We need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down and I can't fix duct tape. My family was killed in a jump ship accident. Deferred maintenance was identified as the cause, and well, that happened to us. All right. You know what that means. As much as the implications scare me, I got to agree. Uncertified employers can be dangerous and all, but they ain't nothing on entropy and neglect. It's settled then. I'll start digging for contracts outside the MRB system. Who knows, maybe it'll work out for the best. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. That's true. In the meantime, we need to find another paying job. Our prospects in the system are completely dried up. I'd recommend booking travel to a neighboring system and seeing what the review board has for us. With any luck, we'll find enough work to keep going until something better rolls in. All right. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we prepay our debts. For now, we can only get between this system or Ukraine. I don't know how to pronounce it. I got to ask somebody who speaks Gaelic to tell me how to pronounce that. The nearby systems of Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit. Yes. Our top priority needs to be finding work so we can raise cash. None of the contracts here are very good. I picked out the only viable one I could find that helpfully includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the command center and we're ready to review it. Okay. Alright. So here's our Leopard class dropship. Again, handles 4 mechs. If you look at the mech bay, you can see that if I go here, it says it handles 6, but that's not really true. It can only carry 4. We do need to repair. This guy's going to take 2 days and 3,600 C-bills, and we got to repair this guy, and that's going to take 10,800 and take 4 days. Okay, well, we got to fix it. All your armor repairs automatically, so if you just have armor damage, that doesn't cost anything extra. Only if you have structural damage or you lose components, something like that, are you going to have to worry about actually having to do repair like I did with the blackjack and the spider. Nothing else requires that. Right now, we don't have any storage in our components. We do have some stuff. We've got some AT. We have a couple things. AC2, some ammo, large laser, medium laser, LRM-10. So we have a couple of things that we could use to replace items if they break down on one of our mechs. But for right now, we don't really have a whole lot of extra. So you need to be really cautious about how we're handling this. And our barracks, let's go take a look at our mech warrior roster. So here's Behemoth. Now she can upgrade something. So I can give her sensor. I can bulwark, or I can bump up her tactics. That's a really good question. Let's bump up her tactics. What happens? Nothing. But hey, why not? Okay, there we go. All right. Here's Decker. I can give Decker sensor lock, evasive movement, or sensor lock, or bulwark. But I can't give him. Oh, he needs better. I'll give him better gunnery. Gunnery is important. Here's me. Better gunnery is important. The entire point of this game is you are trying to fight people and kill them, and shooting them is a huge part of that. So having that is an important thing. There we go. Let's give him some gunnery and some guts. Let's give him actually some +1 health there. That's a good thing. All right, awesome. Cool. All right, so okay. Here's navigation. Here's the star map, and here's where we can go. So in essence, I can go to these 4 planets. Each of them, this one, which is Detroit, takes 2 jumps. This one's 1 jump away, but it thankfully has a travel contract available, so we actually will have that contract. Here's our captain's quarters. This is where you can change everything, so I can change up the look of my battle mechs. I can say I want that as my primary color. I want... let's see. I want that as my secondary color, and I want that as my accent color. All right, and then it will sort of do different things, and you can change up your patterns in the mech bay. And then what we're going to do, let's see, which we pick for a thing here. What did I pick before? I picked some. Oh, I know what I picked before. I picked the paw print. Paw print. Paw print. Where is the paw print? It's here somewhere. I picked the dragon for wanting to Clifford's Dragon Slayers, but there's a paw print here. There it is. That's what I picked. All right, there we go. So now, if I go back and I look, it'll show that that I got that paw print. If I go back to the mech bay, for instance. Let's see. So here you can see this. They got it on there. So it'll actually identify your mechs, and if I go to leopard, it'll actually show. Here's the symbol on the tail of it. So that's kind of cool. Now here's where we can look at our contracts. So here's our contract. We can try negotiating this one. This is an ordnance depot capture. All right. So it's going to pay 222,000 tops, have max salvage of 2 of 10 tops. So right now it's gonna, if I take this the way it is, and you sort of like try to maximize or try to align both payment and salvage, I'm gonna end up with 121,000 payment and 6 salvage slots, of which I get to pick 1, and then the other 5 will be random. If I bump this up, I could say I want to pick 2. I want to pick 2, and I'll get 10, or I can say I want to pick 2, and I'll get 8 total, or 1 and 6, or 1 and 4, or 0 and 2. Usually, what I would say is that unless you're really low on cash, that taking the middle is probably pretty good. Simply because you're going to end up with some salvage, and that salvage will help pay for additional stuff. You can sell that salvage, or at least some of that, and start building up a mech roster. And the payment's going to help when you're looking at how much money you actually have to outlay. So if I go over to here, so if I say accept, okay, so that's what we're going to do. If I go to the financial reports, then that will tell me, let me pause real quick. I come in here and go to finances. It'll tell me that we're spending 130,000, or we're spending actually 245,000 every month for our company payments. We're having to pay 70,000 for bank loans, and then another 60,000 for all 5 of our mechs. It's 12,000 per mech. Our mech warriors, all we have to pay them a salary, except for the commander. So if you've got 5 mech warriors, including yourself, you're only paying 4 salaries, which is kind of nice. But altogether, we're paying 245. This particular mission we're going to get isn't even going to pay half of our monthly finances. So out of this 980 we had, we spent 15,000 or 15,000 roughly to fix our mechs, and we're going to be dipping into that every month as we go through trying to make it up. So sometimes we're going to want to take contracts just for the money, just so we can make sure that we're actually earning more than we're spending every month. So. And we can change our morale every month. You can set it to be positive or negative. If you set it to normal, then there's no additional cost. You can also make it more restrictive, more ascetic. That will save you some money, but it also reduces morale. So that's kind of something to keep in mind. All right. And then here's our reputations, everybody. Right now, nobody cares who we are. 3 years we've been doing this, and nothing's happened. So I want to point that out. Anyway, hey, look, it's Skyrim now. Anyway, so there we go. So I think we're good for now. We will end the stream here. I hope you had a good time and hope that you learned something useful. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing how these first couple missions run out, so that when you play it, that you have a little bit more information about sort of where the bad guys are, maybe some additional ideas about how to step up and, organize your lance in a way that's going to be effective for you guys. So, hope you had a good time. We will see you on the other side. Until then, Pikachu and I say cheers. And have a good one. See ya.